Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it in a sense, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. You're a superhero.
No, 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 no.
He tried it.
Alright, what's up guys? I'm Krusty Waffle, and today I'm going to go over my Nightblade build. I've only been playing Nightblade for about a week now, and been experimenting with some sets and stuff, and I think I'm comfortable where I'm at. It's kind of a budget build, so it's kind of made for people that don't have crafting all the way up, or don't have the goal to you know, go buy the gear and or people to play with. So I mainly play this game solo, do pretty much everything on my own for the most part, and this is, you know, the build that reflects that kind of play style. Let's get the character stats. It's actually back bar, front bar, dual wield, 57, 40 weapon damage, crit 37%. Penetration's at 9, but I use a skill that adds extra penetration. I'll show you that later. I am a dark elf. I think it's the best, but I think a couple others could be viable as well. I use a lover. I've been testing around with the lover versus warrior, and I kind of switch back and forth every once in a while, but as of right now I'm the lover. Stage 3 vampire, you know, for pretty much a lot of the passives, really. I don't really see many people using this, and this is kind of something I like that's unique about my build. I use the Trifle Pocket. Max health, stam recovery. I love it. I do switch. I was using Bewitched, but then again, I mean I barely have 57k. That's not a lot of gold, and it gets expensive. And it doesn't add stam recovery, and that was one thing I was kind of lacking in. 1600 right now, and 400 of that's because of the food I'm using. I did try Lava Foot, but the thing with Lava Foot is that it adds max stam and stam recovery, but it doesn't add health. And like 18k health for me was just not happening. I'm pretty much one shot at that point. And I'm already a Nightblade that's super squishy, pure damage for the most part, and I'm already like 1 or 2 shot. In a lot of situations. Lungfin Pasty was my super cheap food. That's similar to Bewitched, but I think it's a little bit less on the max stats, and it doesn't come with health recovery if I remember right. So I stumbled across this like years ago, kind of had it in my back pocket, never really used it, and I found a way to use it, so that's what I used. Pots, I just use tripods, usually crown pots too, for the most part, and then sometimes I use, I have very few actual tripods, so I try to save those and just use crown tripods. Let's see, sets that I use, actually let me show you my back bar. So front bar is there, back bar, okay. Slightly different sets. I run 4-piece Witch Knights, 1 Crag for the extra penetration. I think, yeah, all those are body pieces. Stun, 4-piece. I use weapons, stun weapons, and 2-piece stun on body. All medium armor. Let's see, how many? 1, 2, 4 impen. I think 1 divines, 2 reinforced. Honestly, this is kind of messed up. I just haven't changed it because, you know, I just didn't want to waste the resources to change them. I left most of them impen because I needed the impen being so squishy, but I could probably change a couple of these out. I could probably change the vines to, like, you know, reinforce to get a little bit more armor, because I'm pretty low right now. Jewelry, agility, all infused, all weapon damage. I was actually before agility I was using Titanborn. I was using 3-piece Titanborn, penetration, weapon damage, and I was running into a problem. I think I was getting a little bit more penetration, but less weapon damage. And with my boon and stuff, I was either gonna go weapon damage, penetration. I said, you know what? If I go penetration on my boon, why don't I go weapon damage on my jewelry? So I get that extra bit of weapon damage, and then I get extra penetration in like 2 different areas. I think it actually raised up my stats a little bit. That's what I run right now, but I did use 3-piece Titanborn. Weapons sharpened with main hand with Berserk enchantment, and the other one offhand or whatever the hell it's called. I have Oblivion right now. I don't know if there's anything better. I'm not saying this is the best thing. I put that on there as an experiment, and I just haven't changed it since then. I kind of just said, okay, this is pretty good for me right now. And I don't jump on the PTS that often to really do anything at all. So, like I said, I just kind of kept it. And then the back bar doesn't have an enchantment. I just left it as powered because you'll see my vigors. My vigors are pretty decent. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people, especially like 1VXers or all those meta players that probably have like something better, higher vigor pulls or whatever. But I have a decent, especially when I'm in PvP. I get a little bit more damage and stuff while I'm in there. Let's see, skills, front bar. I think it's kind of your typical Nightblade setup. I mean, I run ambush. I know a lot of Nightblades don't really run ambush, at least the 1VXers and stuff. I do. It's a gap closer. Gets you empowered for 3 seconds. So, like, I don't know. I like it. Mainly because I can just, like, gap close real quick. And especially the swords that try to get away or, whoever else. I can try to close the distance. Piercing. I use piercing for 2 reasons. One, because it lowers the resistance, right? But it also, I mainly use it for Nightblades. So if I had to fight another Nightblade, I will try to hit them with the piercing mark, and so they can't go stealth, or I can see them or whatever, for 3 seconds. And that's pretty much the main reason why I use piercing. That, and honestly, I mess with people all the time. And I'll have people running out in the middle of nowhere because, like, again, I play solo in PvP. So I run around and I'll see somebody and I'm just kind of bored and I just want to have some fun. So then I'll just start spamming piercing while I'm stealth at a distance. And I'll see them either jump off their mount or I'll see them run around in a circle for like 2 minutes. Because they're trying to like call me out or whatever. And I think it's just hilarious, messing with people and stuff because people get scared and stuff. So, anyways. Main reasons: breach and anti-Nightblade, skill that I like. And and also, my bad. There's a passive. Where is it? Crit ratings. So the more assassination skills that you have on the bar, the higher your crit rating. So if I take it off, you can see what my crit rating is at. So it's 3770, right? Now it's 3570. So if anybody really cares about that, there you go. Throw that on there. You'll get like 3 solid uses from it. Relentless Focus. Everybody's front bar for the most part. Does massive damage. Surprise Attack, again, spammable. That's pretty much the only skill that I usually use when I try to kill people. This is just like, obviously, you'll see, if you see any of my clips, I honestly lose the Relentless Focus, either because of lag, and I just can't get it off, and I just choose not to use it to, pop a Vigor, or to stealth, or whatever. Or I just can't get it off because, freaking servers and stuff suck. So I just say whatever. Anyways, so main attack, surprise attack, and then this one, Camouflage Hunter, also obviously Nightblades, whatever, but the major savagery, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just a lot. And then in cap, so typical Nightblade execute. Back bar, Shadowy Disguise. I try not to use it too much, but I'm always in the shadows. And when I really need to get away, and since I play solo for the most part, I do hang around Zergs. I don't want to say ball groups for the most part, because sometimes they just go off do their own thing. But for Zergs and stuff, I do hang around them a lot, just because there's a lot of people to freaking gank, and you know, it's just kind of fun running out there, and there's just like a lot going on, even though it's so laggy. I'm just like whatever. And sometimes I'll just need to get away, and yeah, it's kind of a Nightblade thing to do, stay in the shadows, right? Vigor, 20k, it does go up. I gotten it up to like 29k, I think, but I want to say it's like 26, 27 now. I don't remember. It goes higher in PvP, but that's a lot in 4 seconds. Leeching strikes, pretty much for the health and stuff, for you know, the attacks, and then also at the end of the skill, or the longer you let it run, you restore more stamina. So obviously, that's kind of like for me, that's a must-have to sustain and stuff, especially since I don't rely on anybody else for the most part. Rally, okay, heals obviously, and then channel acceleration for speed. I popped Temporal Guard on recently. I usually use it on my other builds just because I like to just run one ultimate that I always use, the back bar ultimate I don't care about. But I was running Soul Siphon because it gives massive heals, and PvP being PvP and Cyrodiil being, you know, large, it's designed around large battles and a lot of people fighting in the area. I kind of threw that on there for a while just to kind of give back to like anybody else around me. If we're going through a breach or whatever, I'll just kind of pop it. On a Nightblade, you get your ultimate back pretty fast, so I would just pop that every once in a while. And another thing I did too was sometimes when I'm not trying to use my end cap and I have to fight outnumbered or whatever, what I'll do is like, and if I know more than likely this person probably hits hard, is that I'll pop a Soul Siphon, switch to my front bar, and just go like 3 to 5 seconds pure damage, like not popping Vigor, not popping Rally or anything else, just trying to go straight damage to burst them down. And that, you know, Soul Siphon lasts, you know, a few seconds, and it gives a lot of heals. So that's just me, that's just how I kind of was trying to use it. But again, going back to my main playstyle, which is using pretty much the front bar ultimate only and not giving a shit like what the back bar ultimate is, I put Temporal Guard on for the extra damage reduction and stuff like that. So for now, I'm just gonna use that, and you know, every once in a while I'll throw on Soul Siphon. I know I've seen a lot of ball groups. If you sit there and you watch ball groups fight, you'll see a couple of them have Nightblades that will run Soul Siphon, and will just jump right in the middle of their group, pop Soul Siphon, and their entire group like doesn't lose like 5% health because they just constantly pop heals over and over and over again. So, anyways, let me see if I'm missing anything. I'm pretty sure this guy can get a little bit better. I really don't have a lot of stuff unlocked. I was using two-handed on front bar, but the reason I don't do it now is because I don't use a traditional execute. I mainly rely on surprise attack. It already hits pretty freaking hard as is, but being dual wield gives more damage if you set it up right. It gives you more damage than a 2H. So it kind of just made sense to me. Either or is viable, but I do run 2H on the back because of Rally. Honestly, I hate dual wield so much. This whole, I wish they would just get rid of all of this. I hate the dots. I hate how everything is, animations, everything. I think they suck. I think the execute on this, and I might not even know this that much because I don't really use it, but at Whirlwind, it sucks. I freaking hate it. It sucks. And the hidden blade, you know, you have to hit them to get the major brutality. That's kind of annoying. I always like to have major brutality up at all times, so that way my heals will be hitting harder and stuff like that. So I run back bar dual wield. I was using bow, but bow doesn't offer anything that I know of. Yeah, like doesn't give like a rally or anything. So yeah. again, pure medium armor, and I'm using stuff. Vampire, obviously, the cost increase at stage 3 kind of sucks with my kind of playstyle because I just like to continuously hit, and I put myself in these situations where I overextend a lot just to kind of like test myself, and so the cost does kind of suck at times, but there's a lot of benefits to being Vampire. You get the Darkstalker. That's amazing. So moving around and stuff while sneaking, being stealth the entire time, that's awesome. I think it's a must. The Strike from Shadows, that's your bread and butter. I get above 7k, easily 7100 just from this right here. I think I sometimes get up to 7400. I had to go back and look at my clips, because I don't know if it's just like this kind of stuff plus Cyrodiil buffs, or if it's like if I'm near groups or whatever and I'm also getting extra buffs that make me do that. And then Undead, I was actually fighting somebody last night, and the dude is good, and I like to go fight really good dudes because that's the only way you really will learn what your weaknesses are and stuff. And I was fighting this dude, and I'm like, okay, there's about a 60 to 70% chance I'm gonna get smoked. And I totally forgot that I was about to run out of stage 3. I went to stage 2, and I don't know if it was in the middle of the fight, right before the fight or whatever, but I remember rezzing, and I looked, and I was like, there's no way. This guy hit me for like a 19k execute, and I was like, there's no way I got hit that much. Like, I know I'm a squishy Nightblade, and I know people, if they build right, they can like really smoke me, but there's no way this guy got a 19k execute on me. So I looked at my thing, and I'm not saying that he can't do it again or anything, but I was stage 2, and I was like, dude, I could have gotten that, you know, extra damage reduction and stuff. You know, maybe it wouldn't have been 19k, it probably could have been like 13 or something. I don't know what the actual reduction would have been, but I just wasn't stage 3. I was just like, man, that sucks. But whatever. Whatever about that. And then stage 4, I don't do stage 4. Like, I was struggling even more on stage 4 with sustainment and stuff. So I stay at stage 3. And I was thinking about something I was wanting to try, and it's gonna be kind of silly, but I wanted to do Flawless Dawnbreaker to get that extra 300 weapon damage. So to be honest, I wouldn't even care what Dawnbreaker hit initially. I would have just used it for the extra 300 weapon damage. So that would have, if I get 7100, I know for sure in PvP, you know, 74, close to 7500, you know, hitting him with a surprise attack over and over like I normally do, you know, the extra 300 weapon damage does add a lot. So it was something I wanted to try out, you know, smack him with that. I'm sure they would have cleansed it, whatever. Probably would have tickled him a little bit, but I would have been getting extra weapon damage. I could have, you know, popped invis, and if I had it up, shot him with a relentless focus, it would have hit harder, or just hit him, you know, a couple times a surprise attack, and you know, that could have probably killed him. But plus the extra 3% weapon damage, right? Yeah, for each fighter's guild. So I mean, 3% is 3%, but the extra 3% plus the extra 300 weapon damage, you never know. Try it out, you know. There's something else I want to say. Don't remember. Oh yeah, CP 858. I'll go over my CP in a second. I don't think it's anything special. I'm sure a lot of people already know this stuff, but I'll just go over because I know some people I see on videos are just like, what's the CP? So I'll go over it in a second. But here's my buff stats. Quickly go over it. 20k, 11, 17.8, 22.5. Yada yada yada. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's obviously outside of PvP. 6,700 right now with 37% crit. I'm sure I could get higher than that. Because again, I use the Lover. I'm pretty sure if I used whatever the boon, I forgot what it was called, that gives the crit and stuff, I'm pretty sure that would, obviously make it well above 40% and stuff. But I just don't, because I do need a little bit of extra magicka for, since I have low recovery, for, what the hell is this still called? Shadowy Disguise. So yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't do the 19. Yeah, it's not that much. So, anyways, CP. I'm not gonna go over green. No one cares about green in PvP at all. All right, warfare. Let's see. Untamed. Let's see what I have on my bar. Fighting finesse. Okay. Crit damage. Untamed aggression for weapon damage. Deadly aim for single target attacks, and resilience. All right, one reason. Okay, so real quick, some people out there are actually they know what they're doing, and I don't remember everybody's name, and I pretty much attack everybody. I attack ball groups almost by myself. I don't mean like literally by myself. Like I'm always like ahead of, like if I'm near a Zerg, I'm usually in front of the Zerg running, trying to do my own thing. But there's times where I'll overextend, and then the ball group will just turn around and turn and burn me, which is fine because it's like, 10, 12, whatever, V1. But I had to, actually not talking about them, talking about other people, like solos or small scale, I had to add extra crit resistance because my crit was really low. Okay, so I had to add extra. But before that, I was actually running Fighting Finesse and Backstabber. And I was trying to test the difference because I saw somebody say, oh, run this one because the flanking, whatever counts as flanking, isn't exactly on its side or in the back. It's just slightly to the side. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to go out there and ask somebody to freaking fight me or whatever because I don't play with anybody else, so I don't have anybody to play with to try my builds out. I always have to go to PvP and try them out. So long story short, I took it off because one, I needed more crit resistance, but I also stuck with Fighting Finesse. I know it's 10%, and this one gives I think 15 at full CP or whatever it's called. But I just haven't tried it since then. I think this is more constant, right? And this one's a conditional. So I kind of just stuck with the constant until I get more CP. I'm only 8 something. So eventually I will have Backstabber in there. And it depends on my build, actually. I'll see what's up. Let's see. Yeah, 10 in there so far. I know a lot of this is kind of minimum because I'm low CP. Piercing, yeah, pretty much almost minimum, I think. More weapon damage, mighty. Yeah. There's not much I can say. I'm just low CP. I can only do so much. Let's see. For red tree, it's pretty much the left side, really. I don't go too much to the right. I don't have enough CP, and this is, in my opinion, more important for me and my playstyle, my build. So, rejuvenation. Alright, recovery, obviously, is a must for me. You already saw my recovery. They are pretty low for the most part. Armor, need the armor. What is that? More recovery while under effect, right? Let's see, break free, of course. You get, oh my god, everybody runs. What is that skill? Everybody runs in freaking PvP. I absolutely hate it. Arrow spray morph. I don't know what it's called. Everybody, I've seen these freaking. I'm calling bots. I'm gonna call them bots. These freaking losers out there, right? All they do is arrow spray, whatever the morph of arrow spray is. I'm just gonna call it arrow spray. And all they do is stand in a group, and they're just like arrow spray, arrow spray, arrow spray, and it's just like annoying because it CCs you or what's it called? CC, whatever you want to call it, roots you or something, and yeah, that shit's annoying. But anyways, break free and stuff like that. I know it may, I don't know if you could break free or just dodge roll out of that or just cleanse it or something, but nonetheless, you do get CC'd a lot. And then Juggernaut, obviously, damage reduction, stuff like that. I do have dodge roll because I think that's a must on a lot of builds, especially if you don't intend to rely on other people to do things for you, like Templars to cleanse you or whatever it is. You know, you gotta dodge roll a lot to avoid attacks and stuff, so that's a must. And then I don't know why I put that in there, but it's in there. So maybe I think I filled these up, but I just said, nah, throw it in there. Why not? So yeah, I got 1 point in there. That's kind of dumb, but whatever. And I think that's it. This is a budget build. This is, like I said, for people that can't afford to buy stuff like Hunting's Rage. I would probably run Hunting's Rage over, I would definitely run Hunting's Rage over Witch Knight. Why? Because Witch Knight 4-piece literally adds 370 something damage. The 5-piece on Hunting's Rage already adds 300 weapon damage. That's literally the entire set. But I can't afford it. Because if you go to the freaking Tamriel Trade Center or just go to any guild trader, those things are expensive as hell because everybody's running it right now. And I'm not going to blow 57k on like 2 pieces of freaking Hunting's Rage. And I can't craft it because I suck at life. And I hate doing this monotonous bull crap that I don't know. It's just bullshit. I don't fucking... Excuse me for cussing so much. I just don't like doing it. I think it's dumb. I really hate crafting. I do have a crafter in a way. My necromancer is actually the furthest in crafting, and that's what I usually do to like upgrade my gear. But that's it. That's it. I can't afford it, and so I'm kind of left with these off meta builds for the most part. And I'm okay with that because I really hate doing meta builds anyways, because every patch or every few months you're gonna have to find a new meta. So I'm spending all of this time, you know, gold if I choose to do it that way, whatever, and even time outside of Cyrodiil to just go get these sets, and it's so annoying. If I can find a build that's like pretty viable and it'll last me a while, then I'm gonna use it because I know that if the meta changes, I'm not, you know, because a lot of sets and stuff get like, when they get nerfed, to my opinion, like Zoss just like throws them in the dirt. Oh, everybody's saying on the forums and stuff that this set is too OP and stuff. Okay, you know, boom, slash it by 50% or something, and like everybody's just like, oh, well, I'm gonna go use something else now, and I'm just like, well, they didn't really touch my sets for the most part because, you know, my sets are not the sets that are mainly used and everybody's complaining about. So I'm a little bit more safe on that area, and that's okay. You know, I am a father, and I don't have a lot of time to play too much, and I want to spend most of my time in PvP, and that's just how it is. So this is the build. I'm gonna throw this video on the back end of a video that I actually just kind of made. My editing skills suck. I don't really care. I'm not trying to be a serious YouTuber or anything. I just kind of throw stuff out there just to have a little bit of fun, but I will admit that my content kind of really sucks because I just don't have time to sit there and learn how to put in crossfades and do cool little transitions, and I don't have the money to go and pay people to make me logos and stuff like that like other YouTubers do, and that's okay because again, I'm not trying to be a big YouTuber, not trying to be monetized. I just want to throw some stuff together that I think is pretty cool, and to some people it'll be cool, and some others, to some people it won't be cool, and that's okay with me. But anyways, hey, if you guys do like this build, if you guys go out there and try it out and stuff like that, because I know not everybody can buy all the meta stuff or just stay up to date and stuff, yeah, just let me know how it works for you and stuff, and I'll try to continue doing this, but I am moving out of the country, and like tonight's my last night playing on PC because tomorrow the movers come and all my stuff's getting packed up, and I won't be on PC again for at least 45 days, probably pushing like 60 days. So like 2 months, give or take. More than likely, right? More than likely that I won't be online. And so just let me know how it works. I know they're bringing procs back, but honestly, I hate procs. I absolutely hate procs. I think, whatever, I'm not going to talk about that. I'll talk about that in another video. But if you guys do find this useful, just let me know. And I'll catch you guys next time. All right, later.